What happened? What was that? Why? I'm sad.
Why are you sad?
That's a good point. Because I know you guys since at least 5 years, and we spent a lot of time in Pakistan as well. I know Nusaya as well. Again, the power couple thingy and all these things. Very inspirational couple. I learned a lot from both of you, and there were a lot of. I mean, emotionally, I was very attached to this thingy. That Nusaya, Alyne, amazing couple,
Yeah.
and the way you guys work together, you used to work together and all these things. So
I mean, yeah, I think that was part of the problem is that we don't really work together anymore. So when I think about like the type of relationship I want in an ideal world, I want like someone that I'm working with, right? That we have a lot of overlap in our lives, that we like have projects that we're working on together. And kind of like Nasir is mainly just working on his company. And I'm working on Dear Alyne. And for a lot of couples that works, like they have separate jobs and then they do their like weekends and nights together. But that's like not the lifestyle I want. Like I want to be with my partner hours every day. Like I want us to be doing a lot of stuff together. And I compromised like a lot over the years. So, because I thought maybe I'm codependent or maybe I'm too needy. So yeah, you can go travel by yourself. I'll travel by myself. You can do your work all day. I'll see you at 10, 11 p.m. after work for an hour before bed. Like we'll spend one day the weekend together. And like I did that for years, and it just like instead of me adjusting to it, I just became like further and further from him. And I think like it just like made us become separate. That was like the main thing for me. There's obviously other problems that we've already talked about a million times. Like he wants kids, I don't want kids, blah, 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 blah. But that was not the problem. That was not what caused this break or end, whatever this is, to happen.
since when did you start to think about this? Like the problem is coming that way. For example, I understand what you're talking about. You're talking about that the time issue, the work and life balance. That is
Yeah.
a huge thing, and it is. I can understand, and I can actually relate with that as well. Because in my work, the way I'm working these days, right now I'm in Dubai. My wife is in Pakistan, and it is a big, big, big issue. It's not easy. It's not. It's not something which is very which I take very lightly. I take it very seriously. I try to work a lot on it. I try to again. But again, since 6 months, I've been working a lot in this podcast thingy. Last month, I recorded 40 podcasts in a
Wow.
month in Ramadan. You know, for Muslims, Ramadan is a very busy time for prayers and all these things. So I had this mental breakdown couple of times at least because of this work and life balance. I've been struggling, still struggling,
Why are you like recording so many? Like why are you recording so much?
because I'm extremely passionate and excited about it.
Okay. You're just
Something,
like enjoying it.
Because since 9 years I've been a struggle, not struggling. I've been doing this content creation, but since I would say 3-4 years, I've been struggling to think about the direction. That what should be my direction? What do I start? What do I do? And all these things. Do you get my point?
Yeah.
So last year I came to this NAS summit, and I'm like, okay, I think podcast is something I can pull because
Did you come to me in Rangavir's panel
Yeah.
with Will about podcasting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the point is, that was very, because I know podcast is a conversation, and I think I love it. And the most important thing, I was actually thinking about it before starting, because of course I think a lot. I've been thinking about podcasts since 2 years, but I could not do it for a lot of reasons. I'm so lazy and all these things. But the one thing I was so sure about podcast is the most important thing why I'm doing these podcasts and conversation, because since many years I have one gathering, 5 to 7 friends, 4 friends who thinks like me, who eats like me, who have the same kind of beliefs and all these things, and I am not learning. Do you get my point?
Yeah.
And I just wanted to have a conversation with different kind of people, and podcast was the only way where I could meet politicians, people from who are journalists, people who are therapists as well,
Yeah.
extremists as well, conservatives, liberals. I love this whole process and because I listened to their theory. Recently, I did a podcast with a guy. He was coming up with conspiracy theories, and I was disagreeing completely in the podcast, disagreeing
Yeah.
with all my facts and evidences, and he had his own, of course, thoughts. Different kind of fields, different kind of people, because podcast culture is very new in Pakistan. So for me, this is what I say to my audience as well. Podcast is something why I'm doing it. I'm doing it to educate myself. In every podcast, I learn a lot, and through me, a lot of people learn as well.
Yeah.
That's it,
Makes sense.
right?
Yeah.
So you should do a podcast as well.
I will.
Maybe, I mean, not should.
No,
Maybe.
it's on my radar. There's just like after, the breakup, my brain is like needs a break. I need a break from new projects. I need a break from working and thinking, and I just need time to like integrate what just happened. I need time to like resettle to my baseline, Does that make sense? I need to resettle. Like right now, it's like before, it's like here, what's happening? And now I'm like, I need to come back to where is here? What do I want? What do I care about? What are my priorities? And then I can decide what projects I'm going to work on next. But I mean, I think a podcast right now would be a good thing because I'm having so many like thoughts and things.